Oh, right. Hello, 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 welcome. I'm going to give it a minute for people to turn up. Hang on, let me just put that on there. Oh, hello, that wasn't supposed to happen. God damn it. Wired up like a Christmas tree. Right, yes, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. I'll just give it a few minutes for people to turn up because obviously nobody knows where the hell we are. They're all still in the old stream. I don't know. I've no idea if this will work. About 45 minutes ago, it decided to go from the last 4 weeks of cold and rain to actually quite warm. And I don't know if my PC just crashed, but I don't know if it's because it's too hot. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that, or because something suddenly happened and overloaded the CPU, which is unlikely. I think for some reason, my PC is just really struggling when it's really warm. And unfortunately, can't do much with that until I can get my mate to build me a new PC, like in about 2 years' time when there's a vaccine. So I'm just going to give it a second. You just want to open the box, says Dad. Yes. Apologies for that. We'll just give it a minute for people to turn up. No, it's not because I've just received my mod father at all. It's nothing to do with that. I'll be playing with that later. Just give it one moment for people to arrive. Apologies, folks. Yes, PC, I was just quite happily sitting here doing stuff, and the music playback from the pre-roll just went, and I thought, yeah, the computer's died. It may well die again. I'm looking here at the CPU usage right in front of me, so I can see. Oh, hang on, one sec. I can see what kind of CPU load I've got going on, so that when it crashes, just adjusting stuff. Hang on. If it crashes again, but the CPU's at like 45%, which is about normal for streaming a game, I know it's because it's too warm. Unfortunately, that's a real pain because that could put an end to any streaming on warm summer days, which is not ideal. Right, how many people have we got in now? We have none according to the stream. That's brilliant. That's not right, is it? How can I have none? Oh, 9. There you go. It's just really small. Yeah. Right, so there we go. It's got 9 people. Right, anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. Let's see how long this can last for. It's Fallout Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm wondering if there's some setting I've got still in the background in Windows, even though I changed everything. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, welcome, welcome. It's Fallout Friday, when I play through Fallout 4 very, 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 very slowly. Very slowly. It's not going to be a normal Fallout 4 game. I've set the walking speed to 25%, so it's actual walking speed, and my focus is exploring and looking at things and listening to things and occasionally shooting dudes and just enjoying the world. So I'm not doing lots and lots of story quests, really. But as always, very quick shout out to all the people that make this and all my content possible. First and foremost to my beautiful, beautiful patrons, patreon.com/model making guru. They financially support me and they pay my wages. They keep the lights on, they keep the computers and things on, apart from when they fall over. And a massive thank you to those patrons. Also to some of my newest supporters, my YouTube channel members. You can become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button under any video or on the front homepage of the channel. They also support me financially, so a big massive thank you to them. All of those guys get some benefits for supporting me. They get early access to content, things like that. So if you want to have a look, do have a look at either Patreon or the join button on the website. Also, of course, my corporate sponsors isn't the word, but for one of them it is. Corporate supporters, emodels.co.uk and goblingaming.co.uk. Your one-stop shop for both all your model making needs and all your tabletop gaming needs. Links, excuse me, 1 second. Links are in the description below under this video, so do go and check them out, offer them support, and get stuff from them because it helps this channel out massively. So welcome, welcome. Yes, I will see how long this goes for. It is warm in here. I've had to change to the shorts, because it was a bit warm. It's like the last 2 weeks has literally been like cold and wet and miserable. It's been like September, October. And then literally I thought, right, I'll just get everything set up for the stream. Sun comes out, warmth. What the hell? Yeah. So it may well be. Sorry, I need to clear my throat. I need to have a swig of water. It may well be these streams are dependent on the weather. But then again, during the summer, it's not so bad, because in the summer, you want to go and sit outside, not sit watching me play games. It's winter time. Anyway, let's crack on. So I'm going to disconnect my controller because I don't need it plugged in. Put that back on. There we go. Right, so I just move that over to the side. I shall move the keyboard out of the way. There we go. Right, so welcome one and all. Now, if you remember, we haven't done much last week. We basically pratted about for about a bajillion hours just to get everything set up. I've picked up Dog Meat, who at the moment is called Ghost, because I'm using a mod to change his behaviour a bit, and it renames him. So I've come to Concord, just not to do the Concord quest, but just purely so I can get far enough in the quest that Mama Murphy renames him Dog Meat, because Ghost is a stupid name. Stupid name. Now let's have a quick look and see. If you remember, if I can remember the controls, I'm playing a slow adventure-y type. You know, like I'm playing Skyrim and I'm doing stealth. It's that kind of thing, really. But we're only, what level are we? We are level... oops, I just took a stim pack. I don't know why. We're level 3. I'm just going to move something out the way of my screen. One sec. There's a battery thing sticking up. Hang on, get out of the way. Just sit. Just go there. There you go. Bit of paper sticking up on the screen. Right, so we're level 3. We've not done a lot. I've accidentally took a stim pack. So we've come to Concord, as the Bostonians call it. That's not Dog Meat. That's not how physics works. You know that, don't you? You know that's not how dogs work. Not like the way it goes all invisible when you crouch. That's not how dogs work. Now I'm getting no audio. Why am I getting no audio? Hang on, let me do a quick test. Oh, there we go. Turn my audio up a bit so I can hear. Oh, that was very quiet. Now I can hear mole rats. I hate mole rats. Okay. So we want to remember all the controls, which would be handy. So we're in Concord. We're just in an abandoned house. So how is everyone? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all doing... What? It's not how dogs work, or physics, or... That's not how... You're an idiot. Best dog ever. Literally best dog ever. Right, so hopefully the audio is okay for you. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hope that's not too loud or anything for you. I've got silenced weapons for 2 reasons. One, because... Oh, hello, that's the wrong button. One, because it gives me a stealth bonus. Oh god, my buttons are the wrong way around. I keep doing Y instead of A. Wait, why is... That's not right. That's not right. Hang on a minute. Jump is A. Why is jump Y? That's not even normal. Jump is never Y. Jump is always A. In the law of video games, jump is always A. I wonder why I was picking up things the wrong way. What's Y set as then? Activate. There you go. That's better. What was that all about? Hi, I see you've got your controls set a certain way, so I'm going to change them all randomly for you. I hope you like it. God damn it, there's Clippy's running my Xbox now. Microsoft Clippy's getting in my Xbox and messing things up. Yes. Right, so I can't pick that up. Magnifying glass. So I hope you're all well. What's been going on here at Casa Tower of Fox? I have been working on the Falcon, as you've seen. There's been a couple of episodes go up into early access. I think the first episode comes out of early access for non-patrons and non-YouTube members on Sunday, I think. I know there's mole rats in this house. I can hear them. Can't be doing mole rats. But yeah, they've gone up. So I've done a couple of episodes. It has taken a... I've actually got 3 episodes worth of stuff filmed. It's just for some reason I'm having a right pain every time trying to actually edit everything. Quite literally. I edited a whole episode and then had to re-edit it because something went wrong and all the work I'd done fell over. I'm like, oh, so I have to edit that whole episode again. Because what I do is when I record stuff, I have the original sort of clips, the takes that I film. And then I edit them together into an episode. But it was the episode, the project, that got screwed up for some reason. I had to just start from scratch. So that was fun. That was great fun. So there's another episode that needs to be edited down. So that should be in the next few days. What else has been going on? Come back to that in a minute. You may notice some... God damn it. You may notice I'm picking up everything. I am running this game with approximately 12 bajillion mods. Mostly aesthetic. You know, making things look better, sound look better, all that kind of stuff. Is that very quiet at my end? Hang on. I'm having trouble hearing the game myself. Let me know if you get any echo from gameplay audio. I don't want you to be picking up my surround system. Yes, there's lots and lots of mods, mostly aesthetic and stuff like that. There are some. I have got the cheat terminal, which has given me some cheaty mods. So I do have like infinite carry weight. And just purely because that's the only real cheaty bit I've done. Infinite carry weight 1. Just purely, not because I like to cheat. I mean, you know, cheating's fun sometimes, but not because I wanted to cheat, but purely because obviously I'm doing everything at realistic walking speed. Now, if you watch me play Skyrim, you know that I go and do a bit of a dungeon, then I go back to the shop and spend ages selling everything. And I go back and forth. Now, this gameplay on this game is going to be about exploration. I do apologise, it's quite so dark. So, the last thing you want is for me to go into a building, take 20 things out of it, and then have to walk all the way back to Sanctuary to dump them somewhere or sell them, and then walk all the way back to the house, and because it'd take forever to play the game. You get bored. So I'm doing some little bits of cheatiness just to streamline things out for you. Apologise, this house is quite dark. This log is just too difficult. Don't even bother, you're not going to get there. Not like Skyrim, is it, where you can do anything? This is like, don't even try. So yes, what's been going on? So yes, I have... what's prompting here? I'm getting a prompt for something. So I've done a couple of episodes of... Right, I can't see a damn thing there. A couple of episodes of The Falcon. There's one more to come, and that'll be the finish of the cockpit done then. Oh, that was a bad idea. Or was it? That might mean I can see things. Just makes the contrast even worse. Let's just close that. It's easy with a torch. So that should be going up in the next few days. What else has been going on? I did another book of Skyrim. If you missed that, that's also in early access. That'll be coming out in a few days. It was the Ethereum Wars. It was the latest book. If you don't know what that is, I'm doing an occasional series when I get like an hour free when I'm not doing anything else. I treat myself. I kind of enjoy doing it, so I treat myself and I record a book of Skyrim. In Skyrim there are something like 350 books and notes and pieces of lore that you can read in the game. And what I'm doing is slowly working my way through reading them all as little tiny audio books. For no other reason than I enjoy doing it, really. And some of you enjoy watching them, but I just do it because I enjoy doing it. And it's good practice for me for doing voiceover and stuff. I'm doing this. One of those has gone up. That'll be out again in the next few days. What else has been occurring? I recently ordered, and it has arrived today. I have received a Modfather Ultra, which I'll talk about in a second. I'll have a quick look at chat first, though, because I've not actually looked at who's in chat or what's going on now. Because this is a gameplay video, Of course, I am going to be distracted playing the game. So please be patient with me and do bear with me if you say something to me and I seem to ignore you. It's because I can't really look at chat as much as I do in a normal stream. Because I'm looking at the telly screen. So if you do want to get my attention in chat, a couple of things you can do, because the chat just whizzes past for me. Don't forget, of course, you can put your comment in big, fat, capital letters. That's the first thing you can do. And that just means I have a chance then to see it as it whizzes past in the chat. Or if you want to, you can do a super chat, which is the little coloured box, which is a little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a coloured box and makes a little noise so I can hear it at this end. And then I've got no way to miss your comment then. It'll pop up right in front of my face. Because I can see the chat out the corner of my eye at the minute. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Fishing rod, burgundy bottle, very nice, vintage. Lots of fishingy bits. I do have the Far Harbour DLC on this. So that does give us an extra chunk of map and a big place to explore. So there you go. Model Maker Mayhem says Fallout Friday, pants optional. Yes. What was I talking about? Pre-war money. You'll see what I do with pre-war money. Now I'm not. Just so you know, I'm not going to be doing a lot of settlements in this game. I'm not going to waste time building lots and lots of settlements because I could quite happily sit there and just build a settlement for like 3 hours. Sure, you guys wouldn't want to watch that. But I will do a little bit. I'll do something at Sanctuary because I need a player home where I can dump stuff. I need to make my shrine to things. I like to make a little player house where I can store all my happy things, like I'm doing in Skyrim a little bit. Yeah. Is there anybody out here? No, not that I can see. I figured out how Dogmeat opens doors, but he seems to do it very... Where are you going? He wants to go back in the house for some... Can we get out this way? Yes. I like when Dogmeat makes a little coughing noise. Now, how are you going to do there? What are you going to do there, Dogmeat? You're going to have to come all the way out through the door, aren't you? Soz. There he is. Good lad. Now, I've got some... because I've got some improvement tweaks and mods on one of them. Well, two of them. I've got a couple of mods. You can see I'm running with Dogmeat as a companion for the moment. I've got a couple of mods for Dogmeat and one in general for companions. The first one is one that makes Dogmeat less likely to engage in combat. Makes him a bit more cowardly. And like I said last week, the reason for that is when I'm trying to... I've got ghouls set as zombies and it's headshots only to kill them. So if I go into combat, and we've done this last week, I'm sure we did this exact house. We did this house last week. Why am I going in circles? That's weird. Have I got turned around here? Yeah, so if he's in his normal behaviours, he'll go and attack every zombie I see. But that makes them really hard then to get headshots because he's knocking them down all the time and it's a pain in the bum and I can't kill anything. It takes him forever to kill them because they're headshots only. So, Scaly Models puts a £5 Super Chat through. Big black box times. Thank you very much, Dad. Very kind of you. By the way, Super Chats is a way to help support this channel at the same time. If you don't want to do anything regular like Patreon or become a member, Super Chats are what's the word I'm looking for? On-demand way of helping out the channel. Yeah, so the first thing is it changes him to more cowardly. The other thing I've got is he's also more stealthy. When I go into stealth and he goes into stealth, he would often break stealth by attacking people. So again, the second mod helps break that as well. He's a bit less likely to do that. He's a good lad, really. And the third one is one that works for all companions, and that's one that stops companions being quite so close to you. Because normally, if you're sneaking about and you go into a doorway, your companion will just pile up behind you and run through you. And you'd be like, oh, for God's sake. Oh. and they'll have that habit of like the running in front of you and running behind you all the time. So the third mod helps prevent that bit. So when I go into stealth, if a mod's 5 feet away, he'll just stop and stay 5 feet away. Like the number of times I've been stealthing round a door and my companion's just gone. I've dropped down into stealth and my companion's just piled through me in some weird quantum reality. Very annoying. We're just exploring Concord right now. What we can find around here. I can't remember which bit of Concord I explored last week, so I do apologise. Yeah, let's all do that, says Dad. I don't know, Osric, because Osric says, I'm commenting in big fat capital letters. You know, if you all start talking in bold, then to get my attention I'll have to talk in not bold. You've just pressed the reverse filter button, basically. You've just inverted the entire universe. Now, black is white and good is bad. Cats and dogs living together. Oh my. Okay, I'll touch of Day Jar Jar View. Jar Jar View, says Mark BB. Jar Jar. Yes, my character is called Jar Jar Butts. There's possibly a universe connection between him and Jar Jar Blurb. But who can say? Only Bethesda can confirm such things. I can hear... I think I can hear distant gunfire. Hello. Whoa. Whoa. Somehow an entire building is just vanished. I mean, that's not normal. Welcome to the Invisible Diner, where we take your money and we may give you food, or we may not. How would you know it's invisible? Eh? Khajiit has scam if you have coin. Also, my character, even though he's human, and this is like America, he totally speaks like a Khajiit. I decided this. That's very weird. There's an entire building missing. Who'd have thought? There's the game having broken bits. We came from there. There's a second building there we haven't been in. Now, this is the speed we work at. This is my walking speed. You'll hear the footsteps. I specifically chose this walking speed because it kind of matches footstep sounds. I like things to be proper. How's the game audio, guys? Is it loud enough for you? Too quiet, too loud? It should hopefully be okay. Hopefully. Let's see what's in Drifter's Settle, shall we? I think here's a terminal we can read. Yes, so anyway, today, box arrived. Inside the box was something I've been waiting for. I've been looking at buying for a year. Been waiting a couple of weeks for it to arrive. And I had my nose pressed up against the door all day today, and I was watching the little interactive map with my delivery driver Stephen from Parcel Force. I watched his little animated van coming all the way here. Yes, my mod father Ultra has arrived. It's an original Xbox. Heavily modded, massively modded with a 2 terabyte hard drive and 130,000 games and all kinds of stuff. And I had a bit of a panic because before we started and went live, I just quickly set it up just to get it done. And I've got it connected via the old Microsoft HGAV cable, which means I can use the component cables into the back of my modern TV. Ooh. I'm not using the other cables or HDMI or anything like that. So yay, it's a model. Even in Fallout, there's model making. It's a model of a Protectron. And there are sometimes in the world you'll come across a box with an unmade kit and you can actually make the kit. It's nothing like making a model kit in real life. Yes, so I've got it connected up via component. And what you need to do is, if you're using component, especially the HD cable, because the original Xbox here in the UK, in PAL territories, you only had 480i resolution. That was it. That was your entire choice. 480i resolution, and that was it. Ooh, right away. Thank you very much. Like that. But what you can do is on modded Xboxes, you can change it to NTSC, so you can have 480p, 720p, and 1080i. Now, not many games. There's only one game that does 1080p or 1080i. A few games that did 720p, which means I get a nicer looking graphics and dashboard. Let's have a look. It gets harder and harder to carry on. Raiders prowl the streets. God knows what prowls everywhere else. Ghouls, deathclaws, synths, all terrifying. I've been drifting for about 3 months. You know, you see some real fucked up shit in the masses these days. I went into a house in a town near here and found some half-eaten corpses. What kind of hunger must force you to do that? I hope I never know. So long. In case you hadn't noticed, there will be swears in this stream because there's swears in the game and I'll be reading terminals out, so I have no choice but to do swears in this. But then again, it's a mature rated game, so if you're 7, you shouldn't be watching this. Yes, so what was I talking about? So it's set up now. So I set it up for NTSC, so I can have my 1080i 720p dashboard and the games that can run at better resolutions, running at better resolutions. Because if you've ever tried hooking up an old console to a modern TV, like an LED, yeah, you know it looks like garbage. But thankfully, I can set mine to run at 720, which looks a little less garbage. I think the dashboard comes out at 1080p because it's custom dashboard, and then there's not many games that take advantage of it, but those that do look a bit. So anyway, I did that, and then I couldn't get back into the settings menu, and I kind of thought for the moment, I really thought I'd broken it already within 5 minutes of setting it up, because you have to go into one lot of settings and set it to NTSC, and then go into different settings, set all the graphics modes. But I went into the second set of settings first, and I was like, oh, no, I can't get into the menu. Oh, I thought, great, I'm going to have to send it back within like 2 minutes of having it. But I got it working again. Thankfully, I could go in and check the other settings. That's as much as I've done with it. Yeah, so I think once I finish this stream here and have my dinner tonight, I'm having a night off, and I'm going to sit and play old school games. I'll check out original Halo. I've got some serious Sam to play. Make sure that's on there. Maybe check out some Medal of Honor Frontline. I've got pretty much 500 or 600 original Xbox games to play, plus 120,000 other games. So we'll see what I decide. But yes, I've forgotten how loud the original Xbox actually is compared to the the One X, which I'm on now, which is whisper quiet. The original Xbox, it's not, even with a modern fan and stuff, it's not the quietest console. So we're in Concord. We'll have a quick look around, then we'll go and meet with Preston. I've got one more settlement for you, Garvey. Ugh. What have we got here? If you've never played this game, if you're wondering why I'm picking everything up, bottle caps are the currency. Food and drink is stuff you can use for your own stats and health anyway. But everything else is junk. And in this game, if you're making settlements, you use junk to build your settlements. You also use junk to do mods for your weapons. And your upgrades to armor and stuff like that. You use junk to create mods. And also you can sell it. Make the monies. I'll just store this in my imaginary backpack. Yes. So, do. Where are we? You can look at everything in this game. Where's the pen? Gives you lead and wood. Yes, now you can watch me play a game and spinning a pencil. Yeah, so everything is a resource. It's all crafting resources, and they'll give you different specific resources. Pretty much. There's nothing else there. Upstairs first. What is in this creepy house? The house is creepy. Is there anybody here? If you're in here, you have to tell me. If I ask you if you're a cop 3 times, you have to tell me if you're a cop. It's like some law you have to tell me. Look at the physics. It's almost ray tracing. It's not quite ray tracing. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. Almost. You can see how that it doesn't quite tally with the swinging of the light. Yeah, can't tell if it's baked in light movement or if it's... Yeah, that's not... It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Like, the light's facing that way, so the shadow goes over there, which seems correct. And if I turn it around this way, it switches. But it's got the direction right, it's just not got the movement right. And it's this kind of light area here is kind of not quite... It's a step above pre-bake, but we're not talking hardcore lighting solutions here. I think it's probably one of the like 2 or 3 places in this game where you actually get... The bottom shadow looks about right. Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's about right, but yeah, it's not quite pre-baked. It's not that much advanced. It looks good though. Tell you what, this game looks good in 4K and HDR though. You've got yourself a 4K TV and you've got an Xbox One X. Get this on HDR and 4K. Oh yeah, it's not actual full HDR, but it looks damn fine. Have a look down the downstairs area. We'll stick with the... No, don't know what's down here. You never know if there's mole rats because they can plop through the floor and I hate them. Or there could be nothing at all. What was I talking about? No idea. Yeah, so anyway, so that's my plan for this evening. Is to have a bit of a play with my mod father. Old school gaming going on. Now I was hoping they'd send you an... I'm pretty sure they were supposed to send me an HDMI cable with it. Like an Xbox to HDMI cable. I think they say they send them by default with it, but I didn't get one. I just got a standard composite cable. Well, it doesn't matter. I've got my high def cable. But I was hoping they'd send me the HDMI because I want to see if I can have it going through my Xbox One. Because the Xbox One has an HDMI in. And what I was hoping was that I can get an Xbox to HDMI cable. You can get them, they're not brilliant. They work. Xbox to HDMI cable. Feed that into the back of the Xbox One X, where it's got an HDMI in. And then hopefully I can then have that streaming to my computer like I have this now. This is streaming to my computer. And then my streaming software is picking that off of the computer. So that's how you're watching this. So I'm going to have a swig of water. Hang on. So that's what I was hoping to do, because that way, if that's possible, then what that means is I can then stream gameplay from that console, from the old original Xbox. Because I don't have a capture card or anything like that. So, but I didn't get an HDMI cable, so I can't test that. Mighty warm in here, but our CPU's at 22%. I'm not seeing it falling over again. I'm wondering if there's another process conflict. You remember, like, I used to have the problem last time, and that turned out it was basically Windows doing various updates that I rescheduled, but for some reason the reschedules aren't sticking. I don't know why. Do some more checks. I think I've set them all to like Tuesday now, so that was my assumption, that was a task running somewhere that was adding to the CPU usage and that was killing the computer, making the stream fall over. But it'd be very CPU intensive because this is only running at 25-30 CPU percent, so I don't trust birds, not in this game. Oh, that's the invisible diner, isn't it? Traffic lights. Oh. What's this house? The house we've just been in, or is this a different house? This is not a house I can go in, I don't think, is it? Oh, it is. Trash living quarters. These are all properties added by by mods, I think. Wow, that is pretty trashed. Hello. So what else has been going on? Not a great deal. Not a great deal. Terminal. I'll have a look at that in a second. Not a massive amount going on this week. Ooh, I'll do nicely. Teddy bear collected. Pillows, we'll have them. I do collect specifically teddy bears and pre-war money. Dusty terminal. Have a quick look at chat before we do anything of this. Let's have a quick look at chat. Dad's put a link in chat for something, but I'm not sure what. I think it's for Scott's channel, Junk Works. People are commenting in big fat capital letters. Wendy Hickson says, "Hi, model making guru, gross model, scaly models." Welcome, Wendy. Welcome to all of you, by the way. I don't really read through who's in chat anymore because it takes too long, but model making mayhem says, "At work, so bleh." Mayhem says, "I had an accident with the fruit sauce on my omelettes. Shook the bottle and it covered my work shirt. Yeesh." Yeah, but I bet it tastes delightful, though. Wendy Hickson says, 7 days to die on the bench. Too much stuff. I don't know what that is. Tell me what that is. Oh, yeah, bench and belly. No, game. What is it? Game and Grub. What are you playing right now? What game are you playing right now? If any kind of video game. Could be a board game. Could be a tabletop game. Could be Warhammer 40k or Age of Sigmar. Any game. What game are you playing right now? It could be trying to get around the boss without doing any work. That's a game. It's a workplace game. You know, the old thing of walk around the office with a piece of paper in your hand so everybody thinks you're busy and nobody tries to interrupt you. That's a game. Game and Grub. And what's your dinner? What have you had for your dinner, or what are you going to have for your dinner? Model Maker Mayhem. Creepy house. Blooga blooga blah. Run away. Yes. Chamshi Gimbap Sim. Welcome, Chamshi. What game are you most looking forward to playing on your new emulator? Model Making your ass Candygram. I don't know. I don't know all of them. I'm really looking forward to playing Medal of Honor Frontline. Because I haven't played that in years, although I probably know it's going to be terrible when I play it. I'm really looking forward to playing the original arcade Star Wars game, the original coin-op arcade. It's got like 10,000 coin-op arcade games on it, so I'm really looking forward to playing that, the original 1983 Star Wars vector graphics game. I never played the Empire Strikes Back or Jedi one, so I'm looking forward to trying those. Well, Serious Sam, yeah, looking forward to that one. Other than that, I don't really know. There's just so many games that I've never played. I've never had a Nintendo console. Mama Fox had a SNES very briefly. So I've never really played Nintendo games. Never played any Mario games and stuff. Looking forward to all of those. I never had a Commodore 64. Never had... I had a Spectrum. There's a game on Spectrum and it's something to do with Lotus Esprits and you've got to catch other cars and there's pedestrians. It's really weird, black and white little game. I'm looking forward to that one, remembering that. Loads of things, I suppose. All of them, everything. But especially, I'm really looking forward to Nintendo, and it's got a library of 600 PlayStation 1 games and a massive Nintendo of NES, SNES, all the different Nintendo consoles, Game Boys, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Nintendo. It's all pre-2000 stuff, so there'll be early Final Fantasies and early Pokemon games on there. All the old Game Boy Pokemons and stuff. They're probably terrible, but I'll look forward to it. Right, well, this house is pretty good. Been here a few hours and moved furniture to make it more defendable. It looks like a tip. I found a few cartons of kerosene too, going to have enough to last me for a few weeks. Then I'll go out and get more. Hope this ends better than last time. Now, you know this is a property added by a mod because the writing is a bit ropey in these terminals. Like some spelling mistakes and stuff, which you never get in the real ones. Walking alone in the wastes at night, I hear the wind rush against the landscape. Then, before I know it, nothing. Pure silence. I start to move back in the direction I was heading, home, but I make no progress. I start sprinting, full speed. Nothing. Why do I not get closer? It's only over there. It's not fair. I hate this. I start screaming, please don't go. I can't take this loneliness. Nothing. Until, take one more step. Then it happens. Home starts to crumble, revealing corpses, releasing the stench of death in the air. I drop to my knees, trembling. I then wake up, sweat consuming my forehead. I don't know if sweat can consume. This world is taunting me. It's been a while since I last entered anything. It's been quite busy searching for fuel and food. It's hard work. I couldn't help notice some terminals in the buildings here. Those places are full of stuff. I took what I need for now, but I couldn't bring myself to take everything. What if someone else is starving and that would help them live another day? I don't need 50 tins of cram anyway. Like I was saying though, these entries, they're from the old world. They seem to have survived all these years as some sort of capsule intended to speak to us down the line. Show us what they had problems too. They all have such human problems. I can't cope with the words my dying wife left me. This one in particular did make me sad, even though I've been jaded by constant death since I was born. Some of these are quite dark. Then there's some kid who seems creepy and seems to want to get some girl, has some problems, but then finally gets a chance. Didn't end well though, as from what I've read, the bombs dropped on the big day. It feels nice to read these entries. They're almost like pockets of information about the world before this darkness and constant hunger. These terminals, they help me realise something. I saw some plants and grass the other day. I couldn't believe my eyes. It made me realise. The world doesn't give a fuck about the war, the past or the future. It just spins and spins until one day it won't. Nuked? No problem. Give me some 100 years. Hell, it might be not as pretty, but it doesn't have to be. Maybe I don't have to hold up in some house by myself. Maybe there's a community that will accept me. I want someone to worry about me and be happy to see me come back. The people of the past moved on, mostly. So should I, too. I'm leaving some supplies and a light in case someone else finds their way here. Let me tell you something, Mr. and Mrs. There's a whole world out there waiting to be discovered. Don't hide away or get hung up on one problem. The world is full of them, and this is just proof that we can make a mark. If you ever find a man named Harris somewhere in the world, ask him about this entry. I'll be sure to say hi and offer some food. Maybe we'll meet someone called Harris. But when I hear that name, all I can hear is Colin going, Harris, with an H. Right, so that's that building. Do. Let's have a look. Yeah, suck your shirt, Andy, says Dad, to regarding the spillage of... I don't know how you do that. He's detecting something in there, I think. Yeah, suck the fruit sauce. Osric says, Grub, tuna pasta thing, game doing updates on several on the PS4. Oh, you've been there for weeks then. Digging the PS4. I know. It's cheap. No, it's not as bad as the old PS3. I used to have a PS3, and I used to do a comic strip every weekend. going back 10 years. And at one point, I hadn't done a comic strip for about 2 months. For various reasons, I just hadn't got around to doing it. And so it was like, I did a strip coming back, and there's the two characters. One of them's like, Jesus Christ, it's been like 2 months since you last did a comic strip. Where have you been? And it was like, PlayStation 3 updates. Cheap shot. Yeah, they were bad in the day, the PlayStation 3. Chris is back. Dad is back. Game just downloaded Shadow Tactics. Seems okay so far. I can't remember what that is. Shadow Tactics. I know the name. Fox starts a new line in audiobook readings. I'm actually reading all the books of Skyrim. There is a playlist on my... I've only got about 7 of them so far. There is a playlist on the channel for the books of the Elder Scrolls. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read all the Skyrim books, all 300 odd of them. And when I've done all the Skyrim books, I'm going to read all the Oblivion books, and then all the books in the Elder Scrolls. Because there's hundreds and hundreds of them. And it's kind of fun doing voiceovers. Oh, and then Chris says the same thing. There you go. So thanks, Chris. Yeah, Chris says exactly the same thing. For some reason, reading them out like now while I'm playing the game is really weird and awkward, but reading them out when I'm just doing a voiceover is actually, I can put my kind of heart into it and read them properly. Oh, also, I have downloaded a mod after last week's show that I think hopefully should turn off all the radios in the world that are by default on when you walk in the room. You walk into a building or somewhere or a place, and there'll be a radio with the radio playing, and the mod basically turns all those off. Hopefully. If it's a radio that I've turned on, then it'll still play music. The reason I've done that is there's no way to silence the in-game radio stations. And if you, well, there is, but if you turn the in-game radio stations off, then you get forced to listen to all the game music. Now, I don't want the game music playing because it's distracting enough for you guys with me talking and the game audio. So I've turned the game music off. But I cannot have the radios playing because although Bethesda are quite happy for everybody to play this game and their games and stream them online with all the sound effects and vocals and music from the game, they don't own the rights to all the music that's played on the radio, all the, the 1940s and 50s songs. So, as people found out very quickly playing this game, if you stream playing Fallout 4 or even Fallout 3, and a song comes on the radio, either your monetization gets pulled or that part of the video gets silenced by YouTube because you don't have the rights to broadcast that song. Right, Richard Beanson. Welcome back, Richard. This is pre-war then. This isn't the first time I told my staff I was going on holiday, yet came here. I just wanted a change of scenery and to see where we lived and had our last chat. Sophie, the pain you felt, the anguish, the relief. When you looked at me and asked me to end it, I didn't know how to respond. My wife, my loving wife of all these years, asking me to kill her. No. End her suffering? Fate is cruel, but love is crueler. I'd rather carry the burden of death than the burden of letting death take its time and pleasure. It's simply a matter of some burdens being harder to shoulder than others. I don't regret it, but I regret... Say that again. I don't regret it, but regret does not mean that I won't remember. I still remember myself crushing up those pills into your food. Hell of a way to go. Your favourite meal topped with release. Do you think one day that I'll get to eat one of your meals again? Hope so. Wow, these are quite dark. Sophie, it's hard right now. 2 staff members, 1 new. I told them I'm on holiday, but really, I just wanted you to be home. Reminisce a while. I miss you. It isn't going well. They don't like me, I think. The girl was stealing, I'm sure of it, but she needed the job. I can't fire her. She has no husband. I heard her say it to the other girl. 1 bottle of vodka won't be missed. Hell. People usually come either for smokes or on their weeks where they don't have too much money. Those weeks are fine, but on the rest? Awful. That paragraph makes no sense. Once this week is over, I will never come back here. I've remembered and felt enough melancholy for the rest of my days. The story's on its last legs, meaning that your dream may end up failing. Sorry. Even in all outcomes, I think the place I want to spend my final days is the one thing that we built together. I shall keep trying, push through. I don't know how long it will last. Champions, I've got a couple of Gumpler questions. Is it okay to ask? Absolutely, because it gives me something to talk about. Although do keep in mind, I'm not going to be as interactive with the chat when I'm doing a game stream. The other reason that reading these out is weird on a stream is because I'm further away from the microphone. I've got to talk louder, and I get like a dry mouth, dry throat when I'm doing these live streams talking. When I'm doing a voiceover, I can be quite close to the microphone like this, you see, right in your ear. Yes. Welcome to Radio 4. My final. I don't want to do that when I'm reading because I don't know how loud that will be. So, yeah. Welcome to Radio 4. My final report is that I went to the doctor last week, as it's been a while since I last checked in. He was the same as ever, Victor. This writer is not the best writer. You can tell it's a mod. He's not getting his sentence structure quite right. He was the same as ever, Victor. He really hasn't changed since when he was young with us. He really hasn't changed since he was young with us. That makes no sense at all. I'll stop criticising the grammar. His face was that of a concerned and heartbroken man. His mouth spoke the words I expected to hear, though. You're dying. There you go. So I guess the story there is this is pre-war. The guy loses his wife. Euthanizes his wife because she's obviously got something wrong with her. He doesn't want her to die a slow, lingering death, so he puts her out of misery. Quite sad. Even for like just a, Joe Schmo making a mod, it's quite a nice little bit of story. There are some really quite good storytelling things in Fallout 3 and 4. They do some good stuff in the game as well, not just in these fan-made mods. Do we do this door? That door. Oh, just the Commonwealth. Do. Ask away, champs, you make them in bold. I'll do my best to answer any questions you guys ask me in chat. I say I'm tied up playing the game, so yeah, ask your questions in big fat capital letters though, Chamchi. You can if you want to do a super chat, but that costs you money, so you can just put them in capitals. It doesn't cost you anything. But feel free, absolutely more than welcome to ask questions. I shall do my best. Chris is planning on doing some more Alex tonight, although he spelled Alex wrong. Chris is streaming Half-Life Alex. Now that's one game I would love to play again. I had Half-Life on the PS2. One where you had the co-op version as well. It was never released on the Xbox. And although this modded Xbox I've got now has Half-Life 2 on it, it doesn't have Half-Life because it was never released for the Xbox. Now there was one of the guys from the place that makes it says that if you get their modded Dreamcast, apparently, if you get their XCast, the modded Dreamcast, it has an unreleased complete what's a prototype of Half-Life on it. Sadly, it's not on this Xbox. It's a shame. Well, I'm looking forward to playing Medal of Honor Frontline again. I haven't played that in a long time. For anyone watching, only 6 likes. Please consider clicking the thumbs up icon, everyone, says Candygram. Yes, please do. It'd be very kind of you. Whenever you hit the thumb up button, or, if you don't like the video, you're more than welcome to hit the thumbs down button. I'm not going to ask you to lie. If you don't enjoy my stuff, then be honest about it. I'll accept the criticism. But yes, if you like my stuff, or anybody's stuff, hit the thumbs up button. It means that your video gets posted higher in the search results. Therefore, the creators that you enjoy have a better chance of having their content seen by more people. And it can only help them out. So not just me, but any creator whose content you enjoy. And you want to help them be able to do more. Workhouse. I have a where are we? Chris says he thinks he has the setup better for his VR Alex, Half-Life Alex. I caught a little bit of it last night. I can't remember if it was live or it was after it had finished. It did sound much better. You sounded much better, and it was a lot cleaner and less lumpy bumpy to watch. But yeah, it looks a bit nicer. You've worked some magic. If I go quiet, by the way, it's purely that I'm just enjoying the sound of the footsteps in the environment. When I'm playing this by myself and I'm just wandering through the wastes, sometimes I just enjoy just sitting there and listening to, like, you know, the environmental sound and my sounds of the foot. I always try and walk on gravel because that gives the nicest footstep sounds. Now, I do have a mod that actually gives me better footstep sounds and better environmental audio. I have to be honest there and tell you that. They are modded. The default footsteps and default wildlife environment sounds are a bit boring. I did also post a list if you're on Xbox or PC or PlayStation if you want less of them. I did post up a list of all the mods I'm currently running on this and Skyrim. Hello, what's going on here? What do I say? Is this violence or is this shenanigans? This looks like violence, that is. There's violins going on there. This lock is too difficult. God damn it. I forgot it gates you. Skyrim doesn't do that. Now, I do appreciate, of course, when I'm walking around and I'm looking like this, it's quite jarring for you guys, I know, because you're suddenly seeing the view change like that and it's quite sharp to you guys. Of course, for me it's different because I know I'm about to do it, so I can account for it. But if I try and move slowly, like if I try and turn like that, it kind of looks really stuttery and horrible. I don't like it. Don't like it. Is this the top floor? Is that a terminal I can read, or is it not a readable terminal? Hey, puppy dog. That's literally his only trick. I wish there was an option to pet him, because you can't fuss him at all. There's no way to fuss the dog. No, it's not a real terminal. Yeah, there's no way. It's like if you're going to put a dog in the game, and he's a good dog. He's a very good dog. Apparently, he's based on one of the designer's dogs. If you're going to put a dog in the game, you need to make him fussable, because you can't have a puppy dog and not fuss it. That's cruel and unusual. What have we got here? Molotov cocktail. This is great. I like this. Jar Jar. I forgot his name. Jar Jar Butts. I said Jar Jar Butts appreciates these good things that you've given me. Now I'm stuck up here now, aren't I? Oh bugger. My shins. Oh, my ankles. Oh. Now I do have an infinite jump pack, but I'm going to try and avoid using it as much as possible. I don't really want to play a cheaty game, although I've got some cheats running. They're purely cheats for convenience for you guys watching. They're not cheats to make my life easier, if you see what I mean. Because trust me, getting into combat when I can only move at walking speed, it's in no way easier. We've not seen a question from you. Says Chamchi, we've not seen a question. Keep in mind, you can't put a link in chat. It might not let you put a comment in if it's got a link in it. Can't put any hyperlinks, any links to anything in there. And you've only got a 200 character limit, so your comment didn't come up. All we got is a red comment version. So you're asking something about something. That's weird. Sometimes their little wheels break for no reason at all that I can discern. I'm getting turned around. I don't know which buildings we've been in and which we haven't. I'm getting a bit confused. Bit confused now. The small town, but the beauty of, like I was saying last week, if you've played Fallout 4, you might be thinking there's no reason to go back and play it again. This is what we were saying last week. Just something as simple as getting the cheat terminal mod. I'll show you. If you didn't see last week, I've got a mod called the cheat terminal. And what it lets me do is control a huge amount of different things in the game. And one of the things I can change, first of all, I can change the weather. Because I prefer it to be dark skies. One of the things I can change, I've also changed the time scale. So in game, 1 real life minute is the same as 1 minute in the game. I think I've got that right. Yeah, so in Fallout, if I'm playing this game for 3 hours, then 3 hours will pass in the game. By default, it's something like 1 minute equals 20 minutes, and before you know it, it's night time. I don't want that. But the other thing I was going to show you was I am playing at... Oh, no. 0.25% movement speed. So if you've played this game already and you think, I don't want to... I've seen everything now. There's nothing more to do. There's no point going back and playing it again. Wrong. Get the cheat terminal and set your walk speed to 25%. And get yourself this Mouser family rifles and the Garand M1, and you'll suddenly find the game is completely different, because this is the fastest I can move unless I run. If I try and remember what the run button is, which is, that's running, that's my fastest speed. It changes everything. So for example, this is Concord, and Concord is really small little town, but because I'm moving at 25% speed, because I've got rifles that take a long time to aim and fire, and because I've got some mods that add a few extra sort of places to visit, little sort of, rooms and buildings, I could be in here for the whole 3-hour stream just exploring the buildings in Concord. 1 second, fat guys, back in a sec. Give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry about that, there was a noise downstairs, didn't know what it was. Right, where were we? Yeah, so just slowing down your speed. Hello. I was like, what's that in the window? It's puppy dog. Just slowing down your speed changes the whole game world. Because now, instead of just running around willy-nilly and just shooting everybody as soon as they appear, you're moving around slowly, you're taking your time, you're exploring. And you'll suddenly find everything looks really different. You'll suddenly find places you didn't even know were there the first time round. Like just to get from that house to this house over here. Slow going, it's amazing. I want to gunk wash my Zaku too, but it comes with stickers. How do I do it? Says Chamchi. You don't. Is the simple answer. There's no way to apply gunk wash over stickers because they stick up. They're not flat like decals. I would say if you've painted it and stuff, then it's worth doing things like gunk washes. I would say either you want to get the dog out of the way because he's being awkward. You either want to build it, assuming you're painting it, or even if you're not, if you want to do a gunk wash, either don't use the stickers at all, because they still look good even with no markings on it. Don't use the stickers at all. Throw them away. The only stickers I would recommend you use ever are the shiny metal foil stickers for things like the eye cameras and things like that, because they look quite good. They look really good. So I always use the eye stickers because they're shiny and you don't have to gunk wash over those bits. But yeah, you're gonna do a gunk wash. Don't do stickers. Hello, Mama Fox.
Hello.
There's no way to do a gunk wash because as soon as you put the oil paint on there, it will collect around the edge of the stickers and look like garbage. So like I say, either don't bother with the stickers and just paint it and weather it anyway, or if you can, see if you can get yourself the water slide decals instead. Not all of them, but a number of Bandai kits actually have water slide decal sets instead of the stickers. You can buy them separately. Bandai make them. Now they only do them for a small number of kits. So, if there is an official Bandai water slide set, go online, get yourself one of those, because then you can do all the gunk washing you want. If there isn't one, then all is not lost, because if you go onto eBay or even Amazon, there are plenty of third-party aftermarket water slide decals for Gunpla. Not necessarily for a specific mobile suit, like not for necessarily that, you know, the Red Comet version Zaku 2, but it might be able to get a sheet of generic Xeon decals, or a sheet of generic EFSF decals, or a sheet of just generic markings and warning symbols, things like that. There's loads of sort of third-party I've got tons of them over the years, and I use them on everything. A lot of the little markings and warning symbols are great on all kinds of kits, not just on Gunpla. So I would throw the stickers away. Keep the metal foil ones because they're good for like eyes and camera lenses. Keep those; they're alright. But yeah, throw the stickers away and either paint it without stickers, or I just come out of here, haven't I? Yeah, come out of there. Either paint it. Did I hear a voice then, or was that the dog? Yeah. Yeah, if you look at a lot of like painted ones, they often are painted with no markings on, just because it's a trade-off. You can put markers on it, but it'll look like garbage. It's not worth it. Or find other ways to weather it that don't involve gunk washing. Because any kind of wash, whether it's a gunk wash or a traditional, you know, liquidy wash, slurry wash, they're all going to have the same problem. They're all going to collect around the edge of the stickers, and that's the one downside of stickers. I'm hearing little noises, but I don't know if it's puppy dog or bad dudes. Bad dude. Hello, is there anybody home? I hope not, because I will shoot you to death with the bullets if there is. Please prepare to run into my bullets. Thank you. Look at the kit. The stickers are mostly panel lines. They look cool though. Yeah, I mean if you have a look at my Gyara Zulu playlist, that has the little white piping lines on it. You know, that little white lines that go around there. Did you? What are you doing, puppy dog? Yeah, have a look at my Gyara Zulu playlist. All my stuff is in playlists. So if you go to my YouTube channel homepage, click on playlists, you might have to go on created playlists. So go into my YouTube channel homepage, click on playlists, and then filter it. Click on the drop down that says created playlists, because it doesn't by default show you all of them, because I don't know why. And yeah, the Gyara Zulu playlist, it shows a few different methods of doing weathering and stuff, but it specifically shows me using the stickers for the piping, the stripes, the white stripes, because they actually come out quite good. But because I'm not doing a gunk wash on it, I can use them, because I know I'm not going to be doing anything that's going to collect around the edges. So you can still do lots of weathering. The other option, like I forgot to say, was the other option, of course, is not do a gunk wash. Do other things instead. Cups. One cup and another cup. So there's always options. But yes, you can't do a gunk wash and use stickers, unfortunately. But yeah, have a look at that Gyara Zulu. It's a good way to do lots of weathering without using a gunk wash, and it'll still look fantastic. And if you were only planning on just doing a gunk wash, if that was your entire weathering thing with just a gunk wash, oh crap on a box. No, I can't stand these things. I don't like daddy long legs. I've got the wrong weapon. Oh, I've got the right weapon. Ugh, I hate daddy long legs. This is like Gemma with spiders. Oh, don't like them. Don't like them. I've got the cringy creeps already. Ooh. I've gone clammy and I'm sweating up. Ooh. I know it's a video game, but that doesn't stop your entire fight or flight system going into overdrive. Oh, that was gross. Don't like them. You know, I'm a hairy ass bloke. I'm a lad. I'm not scared of much. But put me in a room with the daddy long legs, or crane fly if you prefer, and I will run out of that room screaming like a 12-year-old schoolgirl. I mean, I will just not go back in there. I will burn the house down. I will call the army to drop bombs on it. I will literally just, I'll just sell the house. Yeah, not ideal. Not like them. Just bought the oil, so the kit was to practice. So we'll do the stickers. Yeah, give it a go. I mean, if you just brought it for practice, then just have fun with it. Try it and see what... Oh, no, I didn't intend to do that. But there's something up there. Okay. I'm gonna jetpack up there. Oh, you can climb button. There we go. Really? You had to do a cutscene to get up that ladder? That's how bad this game engine is. It can't do ladders at all. Very well. Yeah, I'll just have fun with it. If it's only a cheapy little kit, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just see what you can do, have fun. If it was an expensive master grade and stuff, I'd be like, yeah, you might not want to experiment on that quite so much. Teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear. Broken lamp. Plates. Baby bottles. Teddy bear, teddy bear, teddy bear. I'm going to have to make a thing at Sanctuary, aren't I, for all this teddy bears and stuff. Going to have to make a house at some point. You've collected an issue of Nuka-Cola Digest. You can now craft new Nuka-Cola Decorations. Each copy of Nuka-Cola Digest unlocks new items to build. Yes. Yes. That's kind of a sinister picture there. Like the Nuka-Cola logo. Kind of doing a reach around and forcing Earth to drink Nuka-Cola. That's kind of really... I'm not going to look at that anymore. That's really weird. Oops. Ooh, clothes hangers. I don't know why I like collecting clothes hangers. I just do. Can't pick up that box though. Look. Yeah, what's chat doing? Nice shooting, model making guru. Thank you. I mean, when I pressed the button and it did all the shooting for me. Yeah, I like when that happens. Chem says, Ivory Black, Burnt Umber, Payne's Grey, and Grey of Greys. Payne's Grey is a really great colour. Paint the kit, apply the stickers, burnish them down, clear coat it, weather it, and clear coat again, says Paul Di Tommaso. Before you do the gunk wash, yes. Burnish just means to just rub them down so they're flush against the surface. Like if you say stick the eye stickers on, the camera stickers are where the eyes are. What I do when I do eye stickers on a Gunpla is I try and get in here for a start. That failed. No, hello. Holy shit stick. What? I hear the ghouls. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. I'm not going to sing that because that can be good. Yeah, when I put the eye stickers on the eye cameras, I put them on. I burnish them down with a cotton bud, so I just basically press them into place so they're as flush as they can possibly be. Hey, who's doing what to my puppy dog now? I'm not having that. Very rotting zombie boy. No. Nobody attacks my pupper. Oh, this is why I can't. This is why I can't have him attacking zombies there, because I have to try and get a headshot. There we go. I have to try and get a headshot, but he's making him fall over every 2 minutes. Now he's stuck in angry shouty mode. You can stop grimacing now. There you go. So, yeah, so I burnish them down with a cotton bud, Q-tip, just to push them down in so they mould to the shape of the plastic. And with shiny stickers, with the eyes and cameras, I go over them with a bit of gloss varnish, a bit of pledge, just to seal them in and give them a little extra shine. Works quite well. But burnish just means to mush them down so they fit flush. And Paul says, rub the stickers down into place using a hard, smooth item like metal, glass or plastic. Yep, I use a cotton bud, but you can use something rounded, like the back of a spoon would be great, depending on the size. Anything like that, just something to really smush them down. And Paul's advice of sealing them in before you do any weathering, like, you know, if you do a gunk wash or whatever, yeah, seal them in place first with a top coat. Just so that whatever weathering you do, it doesn't go underneath the sticker. You might still get a line around them, but you might not. But at least it won't go underneath the sticker. Because if anything goes under that sticker's going to come off. Yeah, take a look at my Giara Zulu build. You'll get the idea. Hello, what is it down here? Hello. I see a man. We just killed another man. Is that a good man or a bad man? I know not. Can't vats him from here. He's killed a couple of dudes. Could be a bad person, could be a good person. Could be a random wandering mercenary. I don't think it's a raider. Wait, has my VATS button changed? No, there we go. Oh, it's a settler. Okay, that's fine. Maybe stickers, then gloss top, then gunk. Yeah, you can do. That would work. Stickers, then gloss coat, and then gunk. You still may have a line of oil paint around the edge of the sticker, though, depending on how thick the sticker is. But if it's a cheapy little HG kit, it's worth just trying it out, having a test. You don't have to gloss coat either. You can matte coat over your stickers and then do a gunk wash, depending on what effect you want. If you do a matte coat and then a gunk wash, it just means the gunk wash makes everything even dirtier because the paint grips to the matte coat and it's harder to take off, so it gives you a bit more of a gunky, filthy look. Either will work, but they'll give you different effects, so it's worth just practicing, testing things out, just to see what effects you like. That's a glass, that's a bottle. Glass, bottle, bottle, glass. Bottle, glass, glass, bottle. But as with all things, it's just a case of experimenting. Try things out. If you have an idea, best thing about model making is, if you've got an idea for something, you can always ask, and people will give you all the advice in the world, which is what I'm here for. But sometimes, if you're not spent a lot of money on something, it's just a little cheap kit. Just if you've got an idea for something, just try it. Try it and see what happens. How you learn stuff. You just learn by doing. Quote Kirk, we learn by doing. Was that Kirk or was that McCoy that said that? We learn by doing. No, was it Spock? I can't remember. See what we got. There we go. What else is chat doing? I will post my experiments in the boom hut. Yeah, good effort. Let's have fun with it. I mean, just try out different things, like try paint, have some of it with the matte varnish, have some with the gloss varnish, and see the difference. It might be a big difference, it might be a small difference. This is how it's cleared out. There we go. Yeah, so if you play this at normal speed and just rattle through Concord, to get to Elvis Presley, whatever his name is, and you didn't really take your time, you'll have missed a lot of stuff. And it's just environmental storytelling stuff, of course, but it's still stuff. Oh yeah, pre-war monies. Give me that money. Filthy lucre. Mine. I'm avoiding that building up ahead over there because that's where it triggers press, and I want to check around first. Time are we on? 4:30. Whoa. Combating. See as I run towards the combat at great speed with much fastness. I don't move at much fastness at all, let's just be perfectly honest.
I've lost visual contact.
Hello. He's zombie. He's hard to hit zombie. He's pain in arse. Oh, there's another one here. Hello. Hello. Zombie with clothes on. That's not quite right. That's not how zombies work. Zombies don't look like raiders. Das ist nicht richtig. Das ist nicht richtig. It's the origin kit and I made it sparkly, says Paul Di Tommaso. Paul says, check out my HG Charles Zachary in the Boombot. I use the stickers that came with the kit. It does depend what you do with it. I mean, you can do gunk wash in such a way that it won't be really obvious. But you kind of might be a more careful, thoughtful gunk wash. It's entirely possible, it's just it might be a bit of a pain in the bum. But if you're not doing a gunk wash, of course, then your options are more than wild. Hello. Give me half an hour to take out this zombie. Just... I've got to aim now, but dog meat's making him fall over a lot. Oh.
Hey, up here, on the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please.
Do. Unfortunately, I want to clear this building now, but he's going to keep shouting that every 3.5 seconds. Like a chump. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Right, we're getting to the point. We could add more damage resistance. But we're not level 9. We could add more shooty, but we're not level 9. I don't need to worry about strength too much because I'm not doing melee and I'm not worrying about how much I can carry, so that's not such a big thing. Perception. I do want to get my rifleman skills up, so I need to have points to that, but I also want to be able to convince people to do stuff. Yeah, we'll put points in. Yeah, well, do I want action boy more? Do I want toughness or do I want shooty? I'll go for perception for now. I don't know why I get so hung up on this, because at the end of the day, ultimately, we'll have this whole thing filled. By the time we get to like level 250, this whole thing will be filled with fatness. What was I talking about? I can't remember now. I remember not about what I was talking. What was I talking about? No idea. Gone already. It was probably never no consequence. Sorry folks, I got grabbed by customers. They're still sticky. Ew. If you're wondering why I couldn't hit those zombies, by the way, it's not because my aim sucks. I mean, my aim does suck, but it's because that little tiny bit in the middle of the two bars there, where I think that's the bit I aim with. that little tiny little nibble between between that gate there and those sights. That's all I've got to aim with. And the zombies are set so they only get killed if I do a headshot. It's headshot. I've turned the ghouls into zombies and their headshot only kills. So I have to get a headshot. And as you see, when Dogmeat's farting about and attack one, it makes it impossible to take them out. Which is why I've got Dogmeat set to not aggro people as much as possible. Doesn't always work, but he will try and avoid combat as much as he can. Hey, puppy dog. Puppy dog. I wish you could actually... Hello. Oh, don't fall off. I wish you could just... That's not how dogs work. We've had this conversation. How I work, though. I can't be bothered going all the way downstairs again. Good lad. Who's a good boy going down this way? Good lad. And magic dog. Magic dog. Boop. Idiot. Yeah, that laser musket sounds mint when he's firing it there. Unfortunately, it's garbage. I won't be using any of the weapons that come in this game. I'm going to stick into these weapons. Oh, hello. I hear you. Ha! There we are. Don't worry. I've seen him, boy. Don't worry. Missed. Boot. Yes. He shoots. He scores. I don't quite know why they're dressed as raiders. That's a bit weird. This is currently the Mauser, was it Car 98? What am I firing at the minute? Let's have a look. Currently shooting with the, I'm rocking a Car 90, which is a Mauser, which is actually a Car 98. I've got a 10mm silenced pistol until I get the M1 Garand, and I've got another Car 98, which is my sniper rifle, which is somewhere. I need to rename those, don't I? Need to rename them. Let me do a quick little bit of cheating. Not actually cheating, but I wanted. That is what I wanted. What I quickly need to do. I need to spawn myself a weapon workbench. Because what I need to do, I'm going to show you a trick. I showed this last time with armor. Can't use it while in combat. Good golly, Miss Molly. Right, let's go all the way over here. Let's go. Let's go all the way over here. That's, oh, hang on a minute. My buttons have swapped over again, haven't they? Right. Controls. That should be that. Sprint should be there. We go. Sprint should be bumper. If I come down here. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo, out of the way. Hopefully, I can do the same again. Spawn a weapon workbench. No, I'm still in combat. God damn it! There he is. Yeah, how challenging this can be when you've got a tiny little thing to aim with. Oh, load your weapon, always a winner. Yes, that was just rubbish, that was. There we go. Right, how about now? There we go, right, perfect. So I'm not going to cheat my weapon, I'm not going to give myself extra damage and crap like that, but what I'm going to do, all I'm going to do is I'm going to, handy tip if you're playing this game, this or Skyrim, handy tip is to, first of all, not have the keyboard crash. There we go. I want to do, all I want to do is basically do that. And add that there. Yeah, if you watched last week, you'll have seen me do the same thing with armor. And the reason I'm doing this is purely so that all these items will appear on the top of my weapons list. Oops. Meaning that when it comes to sell things that I no longer need, or to scrap things, I don't accidentally scrap one of my preferred weapons because it's halfway down my weapons list. So when I go into my Pip-Boy now, it should be mine, 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 and then all that I can get rid of. I can't do anything with these, unfortunately. I can't rename them. The frag grenades and Molotovs, because before it would like if I was selling stuff, I'd have to be really careful not to sell the weapons I wanted to keep. That just makes it easier. So I wasn't cheating, just renaming things. Now I'm going to just run back there because I kind of ran all the way. I will concede to normal running speed at once or twice. Right, so. This gentleman wants us to grab the laser musket, which sounds awesome, but it's actually not very good, and to help him out. Go kill some raider scum, shall we? We're not going to be using that. Laser muskets can be blah 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 blah. Shut up. Okay. Oh, the dogs in Fallout like the horses in Skyrim. Well, you can't ride them. You can't use them as they're not a mount, as it were. No, the dog. There's only dog meat. The dog that's my companion. That actually, you can have as a companion. Whoa! I just walked in the door here. Give me a second. Ooh, explodicated. And that's not even with the bloody mess perk yet. It will be interesting if anybody watching is actually from Boston. Because I know it's not meant to be like an accurate representation of Boston. It's supposed to be like the Fallout world and the real world verged, and our world verged apart in like the 1940s. And it's only like a representation. But it'd be interesting to see, you know, if anybody watching be like, hey, I live in Concord, and that's what the town hall looks like inside. I don't know, you see, I have no idea. I hear something. I hear a turret. I don't see a turret now. I spy with my little eye something beginning with, that's not a turret. Oh well. Oh no, I know what it is. I hear it's not a turret. What am I stuck on now? Stuck on a dog. Yes. Are they almost indestructible? Most of your companions, no, in Fallout 4, your companions are essential, which means they can be knocked down, but they can't be permanently killed. I don't think most of them anyway.
Who's there?
Crap. Yeah, nice stealth there, dog mate. If you could just shout really loud while I'm being all stealthy and creeping, that'd be great, thanks.
No more British occupation.
Did that zombie just spawn a crate up its ass? You lobster back names. Dog meat is just playing basically bowling with the guys. Park the car in the car park. I can't do a Boston accent. Park the car in the car. See, wicked awesome. That's about as much as I can say. Anybody from Boston in chat? Anybody in the house from Boston? Say hello. Park the car in the car park. And the only reason I'm here... Jackanapes! I'm not here for the storyline, I really don't. Oh god, that's such a bad... I wish I could send an open letter to all like video game, movie and television producers in America and just say, if you're going to have an Irish character, I wish you could make it law that if you have an Irish or Scottish character, you absolutely must hire an Irish or Scottish actor or actress. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Americans, I'm going to tell you some harsh truth. Anybody watching who is an American and a colonial cousin, here's a harsh truth for you. None of you, nobody in that entire country of yours can do an Irish or a Scottish accent. None of you. Just, you can't. Don't even try. You can't do it. Hell, even I can't do a Scottish accent, I'm English. You can't, none of you can do it. Don't even try. You need to stop. It's like every time somebody in like DS9 or Voyager or Next Gen tried to be an Irish character for some reason or other, I couldn't watch it because it was just garbage. You guys can't do it. But you insist on doing it, but you can't. Oh. Know your limits. Yes, so anyway, Chemchi, yes, dog meat's the only dog companion. There are like wild dogs in the game, but they're just kind of scruffy things. They kill them. They're enemies. The dog meat's the only actual AI NPC dog, and he is you can't be killed. He can be downed, where he's like knocked out of action for a bit, but he'll recover as soon as all the enemies are dead. All the companions, I think, or most of them, are classed as essential. Preston Garvey, the best companion you could ever want, says Osric. Lies. I actually have a mod installed that forces Preston Garvey to only give you one quest at a time. I can't, because otherwise I'll have like 58 settlements asking for my help. It just shuts him up, basically. Also, it should be noted that of all the companions, dog meat is not romanceable. Yeah, dog meat's just your best bud. I think all the other ones are romanceable. Dog meat is just your buddy. Your bestest bud. Dog meat is awesome if you get the mods to make him not walk in the way and break stealth every 5 minutes. Without the mods, he's a pain in the backside, and you'll quickly get rid of him. Also, his constant whiny noises really get on your nerves, but with the mods, he's alright. That's something there. You all sound the same way? Haha, lol, just kidding. Jamji says, okay, Fox, just started a competition. Who can name the best dodgy faux accent? I'll start. Jeremy Irons in Die Hard. No. Every person who ever played an Irish or Irish-style character in any episode of DS9 or Voyager, ever. Or The Next Generation. Every time they had a kind of... that kind of... You know, there was always like the Irish characters. Oh, well, you know, just no. I mean, they had the sense to get O'Brien played by an Irish guy, but yet there's episodes where it's just like, did he not just stand there and say, guys, this is garbage, we can't have this, it's insulting to me and every other Irish person in the world. Like, every time they wanted somebody a little bit primitive, they made them Irish. It's like, oh god, just no, don't even bother. And they really can't do Scottish accents. Wow, not giving me a lot of help here, are you? Crikey, Riley. No help for the Klingon on this one. Even though it's supposed to be an easy terminal. I'm going to have to use my brain. God damn it. I don't want to use my brain. My brain's not designed for actual use. It's for looking at, not using. I never answered the question. Anyway, a bench, game and grub. My grub tonight will be McDonald's. We're having McDonald's for tea tonight. Game is obviously, you can see this, and then my Xbox later on. Right, look at that. There's not one hint, not one helpful thing in this. I've got to guess now. I've got to. Oh. Right, I've got to do some thinking now, guys. Sorry about this. It might not work. Let's give it a go. Right, rules. No likenesses. Okay. How does hacking work? Well, there's two things you can do. If you never figure this out, here's a bit of a tip for you. You can either try and guess the right word. So that tells me that none of those are correct. So the real password has no similar letters. So it neither has R, U, L, E or S. So lawns is not correct because it's got the same as rules. It's got S on the end. So what I do is I get the first one. So I read out, in my mind, I'm looking at L-A-W-N-S. I'm saying R-U-L-E-S. S is the same. It's not the right word. Crash is the same. R-U-L-E-S. It could be crash because it's not got the same. But before I do that, the other thing you can do, if you look at all these symbols, occasionally you'll have where you've got an open and closed bracket. So say there was a curly bracket opening there and a closed curly bracket here. That will unlock one word for you. It'll remove one word. So any curly brackets or square brackets or regular brackets, as long as it's one of each, like these two here, if that's a curly bracket, if that one was a curly closed bracket, then that would highlight the whole thing and that would remove a word. So you want to look for pairs of brackets, so curly, square, curved, or even pairs of these. Like if there was that there, and then that was a closed chevron the other way around, that would give me highlight the whole thing and I could remove a word. But unfortunately, this is the first time I've ever had no hints whatsoever. So we had rules had no letters correct. R-U-L-E-S. Lawns, R-U-L-E-S. S is the same. Can't do that. Crash, C-R-U-L-E-S. Might be the same. None of them match. Let's try it. No, but it's got one right. I've got two guesses left. So crash. Crash has got one correct letter. C-R-A-S-H. Nothing matches. It's not that one. C-R-A-S-H. Remember, I've got one letter correct, but I don't know which one. So the real password has one letter the same as crash. That's what I'm doing. I'm counting off the letters. So C-R-A-S-H. No. C-R-A-S-H. No. C-R-A-S-H. Now that's C-R. That might be it because A is in the same place. Let's try that. No, that's got nothing right. So C-R-A-S-H. So A is correct. But then again, eels had the same one letter right as well. H-E-A-L. So that's the same. So it could be scant. But then it could be that. That's got C-R-A-S-H as well. That's got A in the same place. C-R-A-S-H. So that's at this point I'm a bit knack. I've got one choice left. I've got no way to get this. If I get this wrong, I'm not going to guess it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come out, go back in again. Look at that, I've got 4 tries again. Yeah, if I got that wrong, it would have locked me out. Let's see if we've got any helpers. We might have a helper in this one, you never know. Anything? Anything? No? You're going to give me any help? Oh, I was going to do it again. Nothing. Not. Oh, there we go. 2 triangle brackets. It's a closed bracket system, so that now removes a dud password. You don't always get them, it would seem, but usually there's one. The 2 closed brackets is automatically highlighting that for me. The 2 closed brackets, 2 normal brackets, remove the password, or it's reset my tries. That's no use to me. It's reset my try counter. Let's have a look. Anything there? There's one. Removes password. There's one. Now, if you get, sometimes you'll get where you have like that, but there might be another closed bracket here. So you'd have to do the big one first and then the small one, and you get both. If you do the small one first, then it deactivates that first one. You only get one. You can't just, you have to be careful when you do it. That's, I think, all the helpful hints I'm going to get. So let's go. Paper. None. We may still be screwed here. Could be anything now, couldn't it? Jerry, let's try Jerry. P-A-P-E-R. Yeah. Oh, that was a good guess. There we go. That was a complete guess. There we go. That was lucky, I guess. That just kind of worked. One thing I will do very quickly is quick save. I haven't quick save for a while. Wed sex so Fox can look at his own brain. Ew. Put in boobs, and if the machine doesn't like boobs, then it's just inhuman and dumb. Not everybody likes boobs, you know. I like boobs. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I broke a thing, Mum. Mum, I pulled the thing out and everything went off. Oh, I've broken it now. Bye! I didn't do that. I didn't touch a thing. Didn't touch a thing. Wasn't me. Shut up. You use those fusion cores. Use those for power armor, which I won't be wearing, but I use them for selling. All stuff that can be sold. Unsuspecting fools. You can't drop rocks on them. Okay. Let's see what we have here. I'm in creepy stealth mode because there's people here. I don't want them to hear my footsteps and have a better chance of being hidden. Now you see how those brackets are moving where it says hidden? That tells me that somebody is aware of my presence, or that tells me there's somebody around. If there's no one here, those brackets just wouldn't move. But if I move, they close up. And if they move, if they close, eventually that will go to cautious or something like that. Caution, which means nobody can detect me. If it changes to caution, that means somebody's detected or heard me, but they don't know where I am. So you can use those brackets as a bit of a guide that there's people around.
Out of here. We got no reason to hang around and get shot.
Stop being such a fucking pansy. We hold out for the others like we're supposed to.
What are you, deaf? Somebody's out there shooting the place up. I ain't sitting around waiting to die.
I swear to God, you make a move for that exit, and I'll gut you myself. Now shut your mouth, or we'll never get the drop on this guy.
Corner.
Waste it!
2. Don't know if there's more there. There's still somebody around because my little brackets are moving. It is kind of a cheap punk move to actually have those brackets that tell you there's somebody around. It's not brilliant. It's a bit like having waypoint markers telling you where you should go rather than the old days when it was like, you need to go to this place and then you're on your own. But I'll be honest, it sounds really weird, but I tend to not actually use, even though it's right in front of me and I could look at them and see if there's an enemy nearby, I kind of don't. In a lot of ways, I'm kind of honest to myself in that it's more fun if I don't try and use all the hints and tips that are available. Just makes it more challenging, like having these weapons that I've got here that are, you know, hard to use and require a lot of accuracy and careful aiming. Setting my walk speed to 25%, it just makes it more interesting. More challenging. Anything here? No. 451. What I'll do, don't know how long we're going for, but we'll get this bit done and we'll go and see Garden Frenzy. That's not his name. Gardenia Presley. And get the dog renamed and then we'll call it a show. This mural commemorates the many sacrifices of the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces. From Lexington Concord to the shores of Iwo Jima, from the Sea of Tranquility to the Anchorage front line, the Americans have fought and died through the ages to secure our nation's freedom. May their sacrifices remind us all that freedom is a privilege afforded to the many, yet hard won by a noble few. Yes, if you weren't here last week, you've not played this game, the idea is that the global nuclear war was between China and America and Europe. all over resources, basically. And Anchorage was a major front line between America and China. China tried to invade the US through Canada, and the US annexed Canada because Canada, but they managed to defeat the Chinese at Anchorage and stop an invasion of the US by the Chinese forces. But then there was a nuclear war and everybody died, so it wasn't all good news. It wasn't all gravy and happiness. Let's see what's around this corner, shall we? I didn't realise for a long time you can actually mantle around corners. I'm just pulling the aim button and it's going around the corner. I didn't realise that for ages. Bethesda have a habit of putting features in games that you don't even know about. Because they never tell you. Over there, did I? Is there anybody over there? Let's find out. Not anymore. Yeah. Yeah, so if you crouch down, you're in.
I'm coming in there, and I'm gonna skin every last one of you.
Come on, man. They ain't going nowhere. We got other shit to deal with.
You hear that? I gotta go take a little walk, but I'll be back, and you'll be dead.
You're back. You'll be dead. Huh? Punk. Punk ass punk. In the ass. Ass shot confirmed. I do like that gun smoke effect. It's great. Again, it just adds more challenge. Because now you can't see quite so well. Also, you can't aim quite so well. Oh, that was in the wedge. I shot him in the wedge. Oh, Paul will be so proud of me. Paul, I shot a man in the wedge. He had a wedge injury. Critical wedge fail. Oh no, I shot him just above the wedge. That's rubbish. I thought I got him in the actual man area. Not quite as impressed now. I know it wasn't actually a shot in the man area. Lol, in the wedge. It looked like it was, but it was just above. Yeah, if you do get this game, if you're playing it on Xbox, if you've got a choice between PC and console, I'd say go for PC because you can have a billion mods. If you've got a choice between console or PlayStation and PC is not an option, then go for Xbox. Oh, sorry, start that again. Console. If you've got a choice between PC and console, take PC. If you've got a choice between between PlayStation and Xbox, absolutely go for Xbox. For no other reason than Xbox allows you to do lots more mods. Modding is really, really restricted on PlayStation. Same with Skyrim. Your options for Skyrim are crap for mods. On Xbox, they give you they basically say you've got X amount of memory, go for it. I think on the Xbox it's 2 gig you can fill with mods. If PC is not an option, then you absolutely want to do it on Xbox. What's in this bag? Many things. One button again. Excellent. Hello, peoples. I am coming to you now to talking. Yes, hello. Hello, everybody.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
Maybe.
The Minutemen? So now I'm traveling back. I'm a Khajiit, remember? So now I'm traveling back in time?
Protect the people at a minute's notice. That was the idea. So I joined up, wanted to make a difference.
That ain't it.
And I did, but things fell apart. Now it looks like I'm the last Minuteman left standing.
Who are these people?
Just folks looking for a new home, a fresh start. I've been with them since Quincy. Lexington looked good for a while, but the ghouls drove us out of there. A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5. It's just me, the Longs, Marcy and June. That's old Mama Murphy on the couch. And this here is Sturgis.
Hey.
Ghouls? What are ghouls?
God damn
Wow.
it.
You really aren't from around here, are you? Ghouls are irradiated people. Most are just like you and me. They look pretty messed up and live for a long time, but they're still just people. The ones I'm talking about are different. The radiations rotted their brains, made them feral. They'll rip you apart just as soon as look at you.
Ah, that ain't it.
Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe place to settle.
Hang on.
Those raiders proved us wrong.
Hang on, I'm just cleaning my glasses. Oh, hang on.
Well, we do have one idea.
We do have one idea. Yes, it's going to involve me doing something, isn't it? I can imagine that. So my first speech option is, will it be enough to stop those maniacs? But he hasn't told me what the idea is yet. Sometimes Bethesda, you need to figure some stuff out. One good idea can make all the difference.
Sturgis, tell him.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a serious
Subtitles broke.
sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45 power armor. Military issue.
Yeah, subtitles broke. What makes the power armor so special? Now, I'm an ex-soldier, my character, so I should know what power armor is, but you know.
A West-Tech internalized servo system, that's what. Inside that baby, super is the new normal. You'll be stronger, tougher, resistant to rads, and... get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
I'm cleaning my glasses again. Schmutz warning. And I can use the minigun like a rifle.
Don't see why not. It'll have a manual trigger. Just aim it at the bad guys and do the old spray and pray. Now, as for the armor, it's out of juice. Probably has been for 100 years. It can be powered up again. But we're a bit stuck.
So what's the solution?
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC, a standardized fusion core, your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when.
His mouth isn't working quite
We know
normally.
right where to find one.
But we can't get to the damn thing. It's down in the basement. Locked behind a security gate. Look, I fix stuff.
Might not be.
I tinker. Bypassing security ain't exactly my forte. You could give it a shot.
I might have already done that. Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core. We're set.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
Our conversation here is complete now.
Like it or not, we're all counting on you.
What? Don't look at me, new guy. I just fix stuff.
Have a look at this terminal. Oh, well, let's see what's on this one. Probably nothing of any interest. Any helping? Any helping? I'm helping! Viral, there's an unfortunate current event password. There's one. Boing! Yay. Removed. The best bit about a lot of people don't like the hacking game, but you know what I love about it is this. That is basically what my keyboard sounds like with less bass. I've got the IBM Model M keyboard. There we go, there's a long bracket. Like that. That's what my keyboard sounds like when I type, and it's brilliant. I love it just for this noise. But then I'm a bit of a loony. I get quite carried away with audio sometimes. One there. One there. Thank you. Sometimes you can get enough to remove everything except the actual password, which is quite handy. Sometimes you get none. And there's one. Only brackets though, nothing else. And I've still got a lot of passwords. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Yeah, I'm a big audiophile. I love sounds, and so I'll always look for good environmental audio and things like that. There's one. Missed that one. I think that's everything. Swear. None. None. SWEAR. No. Oh god. If I get locked out, I can't ever get back into this terminal, so yeah, we'll leave it for now. We'll come back to it some other time. But for the moment, we're here for a reason. What these people are doing.
Careful, kid. There's something coming. And it's angry.
Okay. I'm going to make you suffer this. Because everybody who plays this game has to suffer Mama Murphy. And Mama Murphy is the creepiest person you'll ever meet in a video game. If you look at the concept art for Mama Murphy, she looks great. If you actually play the game, it's not right. Mama Murphy's just not right.
Now look who Dog Meat brought to us.
There we go. So Dog Meat's now got a name. So he's your dog?
Aw, he ain't my dog. No, sir. Dog Meat, he's what you call his own man. You can't own a free spirit like that. But he chooses his friends and sticks with them. He'll stay by you now. I saw it.
You saw it?
It's the chems, kid. They give old Mama Murphy the sight. Been that way for as long as I can remember.
What's the sight?
I can see a bit of what was and what will be, and even what is right now.
So creepy.
And right now, I can see there's something coming, drawn by the noise and the chaos. And it is angry.
This is where I wanted to put some points in speech. I might not be able to pass this speech check. The thing at the top, when it's the line of dialogue, if it's green, I'm going to get it anyway. If it's orange, I might be successful with my current speech level. If it's red, I have no chance of convincing her, so we'll see if I can do it. What is it, Mama Murphy? I need more, please.
I see.
I was successful.
I see. Oh. It's horrible, kid. Claws and teeth and horns. The very face of death itself. That's all I can manage. That's all. I need to rest now. And you have a job to do.
She gives me the creeps. It's like...
Tired now, son. The sight takes the vim right out of me.
The sad thing is, if you look at the concept art when they were designing the game, the drawings of Mama Murphy look fantastic. She looks like a real sort of gnarly old lady kind of seer type. It looks perfect, but when you see her in the game now, it's just like a middle-aged woman with funky eyes and really badly animated entire face. It's really weird, and the voice acting. Hello.
You're with the rescue team?
Huh?
There are more of you, right?
Yes, I am. There's many of me. I have.
What's going on? Are we getting out of here?
Oh, Dog Meat's now called Dog Meat. This is the entire reason I came here is because Mama Murphy saying Dog Meat found you gives him the name. So now he's not ghost anymore, he's dog meat, which is correct.
Yeah. I promised we'd get there. I promised. I promised we'd get there. I promised. I couldn't keep my promise. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so... No, no, no. No, no, no.
We can't just stay trapped in here. This is ridiculous. Somebody do something.
Ooh, don't mind if I do. Boop. Only through observation will you perceive weakness. Your perception has been permanently increased by 1. Look at the muscularity. I'll have that, thank you very much. Let's take all that soap in the coffee cup. Right, so I wonder if he'll tell me anything about those two.
Now, where did I put those mentats? Oh, it's on its way. And it's angry.
Angry.
Make it quick. They mass for another attack, I won't be able to hold them.
You've collected an issue of Robco Fun, includes the Atomic Command holotape game. Oh, that's an impressive hat down there that guy's got on. Yeah, you actually get, with that, you'll get a game for your Pip-Boy. Oops. How do I zoom in on this now? I can't remember how you zoom in on the damn thing now. There is a way to zoom in on the Pip-Boy. You can see it better, but it's not that button, obviously. Eh. Oh yeah, missile commanders, I live and breathe. Basically. Whoop. Oh no! I've lost Mount Rushmore. Fail. It's quite hard with a stick. Oh, it slipped through. It is actually really hard with the thumbstick. It's not as easy as you think. Ooh. I lost some other places, I don't know where. Proper old school retro gaming. If you weren't around in the 80s or 70s for video games, you've missed out on the golden era of video games and arcade games. Really have missed out. If you grew up in the 90s with your Sony PlayStations and your Sega Mega things and your Nintendons and your... Yeah, you've not lived. I lost the... whatever that was. Too late with that one. Oh, that's tricky. Oh! Don't you take out my statue of the Seattle Tower. Oh! Oh, you little shithouse. I told you there'd be swearing in this stream. Well, you've got one job to do. Oh, that's not fair. Cluster bombs are illegal. You know that, don't you? Oh, I've spent me... Oh, I've shot my load now. I'm dead. There we go. I just said I've shot my load on the stream. Oh, dear Lord. I think that's going to do us, folks, for today. Right, so yes. There we go. That is all done. We've got Dog Meat renamed. We've met up with Preston Bleeding Garvey. We've got a little bit of a quest to do for him, just to get it out of the way, and then we can crack on with the wandering. So I'm going to leave it there. Bit of an early finish, but it is really, really warm in here. I need to go and get the tea sorted out and ordered. So that's going to do us for now. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, of course, I will be back next Friday with more Fallout goodness. Tomorrow is Skyrim Saturday, so do come back for Skyrim Saturday tomorrow. It's more of the same, but Skyrim, not Fallout. And of course, I'll be back on Sunday for Warhammer Sunday. And that's where I'll be doing some stuff at the bench, my Warhammer Conquest. Massive thank you to all of you for watching. Don't forget, of course, if you want to help support this channel, you can now become a channel member on YouTube. If you don't like Patreon, you can become a member. Just click the join button at the bottom of any video or on the front channel page. Hit the join button and you can become a member and get early access to videos and all kinds of badges and things like that. Or if you want to help support me directly, you can do through Patreon, patreon.com/modelmakingguru, where you can help support this channel, keep it going. And all your help is gratefully accepted because it keeps the lights on, it keeps the bills paid, and means I can keep doing these videos for you. I'll be cracking on editing the next Millennium Falcon video over the next couple of days. And by next couple of days, I mean from Monday, because I'll be taking my weekend off to play on my new old Xbox while I'm not doing Fallout and Warhammer Conquest. So we'll be cracking on editing the next episode, episode 5.4. Yes, you see how I got around the 6 episodes. It's very clever. But that's going to do me. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, Chris is going to be streaming some Half-Life Alyx later on this evening, but I can't remember what time. I'm going to guess 8 o'clock. But Chris, do feel free to post in the chat because I've forgotten. 9:30 he says, so not 8 o'clock, 9:30, 9:30 of the evening. I always do that with my computer when it doesn't work. 9:30 of the evening. Give it a go. Let me just quit that game. There we go. Yeah. Go and watch him play some Half-Life Alyx, and I will see you back here tomorrow for the Skyrims. So until then, take care of yourselves. Go make something awesome. Go play something awesome. And I will say thank you very much. Take care. Go wash your damn hands, you monsters. And the thing stopped again. Hang on. Wait, does that? And until then, adios amoebas. Bye.